Good afternoon, everyone. So, this afternoon, I'm going to discuss illegal fishing in the West Philippine Sea. So, first, overview of the West Philippine Sea. So, the West Philippine Sea is a strategic waterway connecting Southeast Asia to the Pacific Ocean, playing a vital role in global trade and transportation. So, next one is the region is home to wide range of marine life, including endangered species, coral reefs, and critical habitats. And the last one is the West Philippine Sea supports a thriving fishing industry providing food security and livelihood for millions of Filipinos. Next slide. So, the geographical overview of West Philippine Sea. So, the Kalayaan Island Group alone accounts the 30% of the total coral reef area in the country, measuring 3,257.70 kilometers squared, and also West Philippine Sea is the region or home to about 500 species of coral reef fish, contributing to its ecological richness. Also, the West Philippine Sea contributes to about 20% of the country's annual commercial fisheries production, highlighting its importance for food resources. First, what is illegal fishing? So, illegal fishing, or more formally, illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing involves activities that violate fishery laws and regulations. It includes fishing without proper authorization, using prohibited gear, catching protected species, or exceeding quotas. Essentially, uh, it's anything that undermines conservation and management efforts of marine resources and possess significant threats to ocean ecosystem and the livelihoods of those who rely on these resources. Illegal fishing in the West Philippine Sea manifests in several harmful practices that threaten marine ecosystem and local economies. So first, poaching. So what is poaching? So poaching is unauthorized fishing by foreign vessels, especially from other countries like China and Vietnam. Often targets high-value species like giant clams and sea cucumbers. Poaching depletes local fish stocks and undercuts sustainable fishing efforts by Filipino fishers. So, next one is destructive fishing. So, we have cyanide fishing. So, cyanide fishing, this involves spraying sodium cyanide to stun fish for easy capture, while it enables the capture of live fish for the aquarium and seafood markets. Cyanide devastates coral reefs and kills non-targeted marine life, leading to long-term habitat loss. Next one is blast fishing. So blast fishing is the use of explosive to kill or stun fish indiscriminately. So this method severely damages coral reefs and seabeds, destroying habitats that are essential for biodiversity and fish reproduction. Next one is encroachment on protected areas. So illegal fishing activities also occur within marine protected areas and no-take zones. So these areas are designated for conservation, allowing fish population to recover and marine biodiversity to thrive. So, next one. So the impact of illegal fishing in the West Philippine Sea is profound, affecting both local ecosystems and the economies of the Philippine fishing communities. So first, in ecological impact, depletion of fish stocks. So means overfishing and poaching lead to a significant decline in fish population, disrupting the food chain and threatening the survival of various species. So this depletion makes it increasingly difficult for local fishers to sustain their livelihoods as they rely on healthy fish stocks for both subsistence and income. Next one is destruction of coral reefs. So destructive fishing methods such as blast fishing and cyanide fishing cause severe damage to coral reefs, which are vital ecosystems that support a diverse range of marine life. So the destruction of these habitats not only leads to loss of biodiversity but also compromises the natural barriers that protect coastlines from erosions and storm surges. So in economic effects, so the first is decline in livelihood. So as fish stocks diminish, local fishing communities face declining catches, resulting in reduced income for fishers, and also this financial strain can lead to increased poverty and food insecurity as families struggle to meet their basic needs. So increasing competition. So the influx of illegal foreign fisher creates a heightened competition for limited resources. Local fishers often find themselves unable to compete with larger uh, or illegally operated vessels, leading to further economic instability within their communities. So we have the Philippine Fishery Code, known as Republic Act number 8550, amended by Republic Act number 10654. So this act it establishes a comprehensive legal framework to manage and protect the country's fishery resources, addressing issues such as illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. Here are some key provisions related to um, illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing, along with the associated penalties. So licensing and registration, rather. The fishery code requires all fishers and fishing vessels to be registered and licensed. So it mandates the fishers must secure the necessary permits and adhere to regulation on fishing gear and methods. Failing to comply can result in penalties. Next one is use of prohibited gear and methods. The law prohibits the use of destructive fishing methods, including blast fishing, cyanide fishing, and the use of small mesh nets that catch juvenile fish. Strict regulation are in place to protect marine habitats and ensures sustainable fishing practices. Next one is monitoring and reporting. So the code mandates regular monitoring and reporting of fish catches. So fishermen are required to submit reports on their catches to relevant authorities, facilitating better data collection and management of fishery resources. And the last one is protection of marine protected areas, or MPAS, MPAs. So the Fisheries Code emphasizes the protection of MPAs, prohibiting fishing activities in designated areas to conserve biodiversity and promote the recovery of fish stocks. So we have one issue in West Philippine Sea. So China's growing military presence. So China's militarization of the West Philippine Sea has exacerbated ecological damage. So the construction of artificial islands and military installation has led to the destruction of coral reefs and marine habitats, further threatening the region biodiversity. So, the militarization of the West Philippine Sea leads to habitat destruction and pollution, threatening marine biodiversity. So, the key species are at risk, disrupting the food chain and harming local fishing communities reliant on these resources. So, destruction of coral reefs and marine diversity. So, first, we have coral reef degradation. So, the militarization activities, including land reclamation and construction, have led to the destruction of vital coral reefs, which serve as essential habitats for numerous marine species and contribute to overall marine biodiversity. So, and the other one is loss of marine species. So, the disruption of coral ecosystem has resulted in a decline in fish population and other marine organisms, threatening the ecological balance and the livelihoods of communities dependent on this resource for a sustenance and income. The impact of China's dredging operation. So, the West Philippine Sea contains over 100 reef features, uh, which encompass 37,200 kilometers squared, representing around 5% of the world's total reef cover. So, the extent of China occupation, currently, China has occupied 27 of the reefs, so which amounts to roughly 4,648 acres. So, and the last one is the long-term environmental impact. So, China's dredging and landfill operation have caused significant coral reef damage in the Philippines for over a decade. So, the impact of giant clam harvesting, approximately 6,535 acres of coral reefs were damaged due to massive giant clam harvesting. So next is coral reefs shrunk by 16% in the last 10 years. And the last one is the 16% shrinkage of coral reefs was observed over the last 10 years. So fish stock decline. So sea around us, annual fish catch data in the West Philippine Sea showed fish stock increased in 2010 by 732,110 tons but has been declining since then. The economic impact and the significant annual loss, the country is losing approximately 33.1 billion pesos. And every year, due to damage of the coral, damage to the reef ecosystem in the disputed area. So the challenges in enforcement and monitoring. So the West Philippine Sea is a vast and challenging area to monitor effectively, making it difficult to detect and apprehend illegal fishing vessels. Next one is lack of resources. So limited resources for enforcement agencies such as vessels and personnel hamper their ability to patrol effectively and respond to incidents. So the last one is corruption. Corruption among officials can undermine enforcement efforts, allow illegal fishing activities to continue unchecked. So let's watch this.